Okay, so you might be asking yourself, Phil, what in the hell are you doing up in your RV at 3:32 in the morning? Watching YouTube, watching this is the Motorhome Experiment. This is a YouTube channel that I follow. But you might be asking yourself, Phil, what the heck are you doing up at 3:32 in the morning? Walking back in your coach in your RV here like a 90-year-old man. I've tried to make this video a couple of times, but I think I need to get it out there. So I apologize for the way I look and the background and everything like that, but I think it's kind of important. Blue Line RV Adventures, and we're filming this actually in about it's around August the 10th. I'm not sure the exact date, but it's around August the 10th. Karen is not here. She's actually in Phoenix, Arizona. She's gonna be flying in tomorrow. She's in Phoenix area for some family obligations, commitments we had. So she'll be flying back at her tomorrow. But I've got some big things coming up with Blue Line RV Adventures. A lot of changes, and I think all of them actually for the positive. But one of them we're going to be talking about right now is a negative initially. Hopefully there's going to be a positive end to it, but we are making a drastic change. We've got we're scheduled to have another month or so on our season 2, heading back into the Arizona area. We're going to stop off at the Oklahoma City. We're going to stop off at the Mira Federal Building, the memorial there. We're going to go into near Aspen, Colorado, and we're going to spend about a week with my brother there, and then we're going to head into Zion National Park and maybe even Lake Havasu City, and then back over to Arizona. I went to high school out in Lake Havasu, and all of that's being canceled. We might still do the Mira Federal Building, only for the fact that we're actually going to be physically in Oklahoma City. So we might still do that. That's not for certain. But everything else is being canceled because of a medical update, a medical issue that concerns me. Now, it's a very serious situation, but I don't have a heart attack. It's not a heart condition or anything like that. It's not cancer or anything like that. It is a back issue. And let me just kind of give you some quick background on it. I don't want to make this video too long, but I just want to kind of update everybody what's been going on. Last February, when we were in the middle of I need to kind of keep walking around here because it gets blood flowing to my legs, and as I go through this, you'll understand. Last February, when we were in the middle of the polar vortex, I woke up one morning, and I didn't slip or fall or anything like that. I woke up and I had what I thought was a hamstring issue. I've had a hamstring injury before when I was in the police department, and I thought maybe this was a hamstring issue. And I told Karen, I said, hey, I think my hamstring's getting a little bit tight. So I tried to do some stretching, tried to get it unstretched and stretched out and so forth. And it did not get any better. In fact, it got worse, and it got worse and worse and worse. And it's difficult to make an appointment, a medical doctor appointment, when you're RVing, because especially in the middle of COVID, you call up and they're kind of backed up and stacked up, and they don't have any availability right away. But I was able to get some chiropractor appointments. So I said, let me go to a chiropractor, see if they can, because it was kind of affecting my back as well, see what's going on there. And first chiropractor I saw was in Alabama, very good chiropractor office, and they took chiropractic office, and they took some photographs. They took x-rays of my back, and right away they diagnosed me with a condition called spondylolisthesis. And I'll put that up there. It's kind of a big word. I probably might be mispronouncing it, but I'll put that up there. But the best way to describe it is, and I don't know all the different vertebrae in your back, S5, L1, I'm not sure all that stuff, but basically the best way to describe it is the last vertebrae in your spinal column, where it attaches kind of to the hip, is bulging out a little bit, and it is pinching the heck out of my sciatic nerve. And initially, I was getting some pain that was not too bad. The biggest thing the condition I was running into was that I was unable to sleep. I would lay down, and like every hour and a half, 2 hours, I was up, and I'd have to do exactly what I'm doing now. I would pace back and forth in the RV, for exactly 20 minutes. I'd look over at the clock in my microwave, and then almost 20 minutes later, I'd start feeling better. I'd go back to sleep, and I'd lay back down for another hour, 2 hours. I'd back up and pacing back and forth in the RV again for about 20 minutes. The pain would just radiate up and down my leg. It would sometimes my lower back, sometimes my right butt cheek, into my right thigh, into my right calf, even into my right ankle. And at times, it was pretty bad. It was like a hot poker at times. But I was able to walk it out and get some blood flowing to it, and it'd be okay. And I was able to do this for months. We did this, there's a lot of things we did. I went, swimming with sharks, and we went kayaking in Key Largo, and we did all of our swim with manatees, all the different things we did here at Blue Line RV Adventures. I was always in pain in all of those videos. I've been in pain 24/7 since February. And on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I need to go to the hospital, the pain, when I would wake up in the middle of the night, it would be like a 5 or 6 or a 7. And, when I walk around, it would go back down to like maybe a 1 or 2 or a 3. And I could tolerate a 1 or 2 or a 3. So I was always in some kind of pain, always. I arranged for a medical doctor actually to see me in Ohio when we just came from Ohio in Dayton. And we went to the Ohio State University. They actually have a spine clinic there, not clinic, but a spine hospital there. Saw a doctor, he took some more x-rays, and again, he verified, yep, Phil, you got spondylolisthesis, and put me on some medications. The first medication I've been on that was not just over the counter, it was actually prescription. They put me on some steroids and some other stuff. It did not help. Recently, within the last 2 weeks, the pain has gotten much worse. It has gone from when I wake up in the middle of the night at times, it has gone from that, 4, 5, or 6, sometimes even 7, it has gone up to a 9. And keep in mind that 10 is where I need to go to the hospital. I was literally hunched over here in the RV at 2 and 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, and I had some tears coming down just from pain. And it was taking a lot longer to work itself out. I was, instead of pacing back and forth like I've been doing for months for 20 minutes, it was now taking upwards of an hour or even an hour and a half for the pain to subside. And it was really pinching the heck out of the nerve. And it got to the point where I just had to realize this is just not any fun for me anymore, because then even in the daytime when I was walking around, the pain level was not the 1, 2, or 3, it was up about a 4 or 5. And sitting in vehicles, sitting in cars, even driving the RV to a certain degree was having a lot of difficulty. Driving the RV, I'm still in pain, but moving the gas pedal and the brake and so forth, getting some blood flowing down to it makes it a little bit better. So with that being said, Karen actually brought this up. I think it was basically the 700-pound gorilla in the room. But when she was in Arizona, she called me up and she said, "Hey, you're gonna have to make a decision here. Are we gonna finish out this year, or are we just gonna head back to Arizona and try to get some treatment for you?" And as much as I wanted to see my brother in Colorado and maybe get him on film and go to Zion National Park, which is an amazing park, everyone says, and things like that, the reality of it is I needed to get back to Arizona right away and get my back here looked at. So we are basically canceling the rest of Blue Line RV Adventure season here in Memphis, Tennessee, and that's where we're at now. And as soon as Karen gets in tomorrow, we're going to be heading out back to Arizona pretty darn soon, PDQ. I've got tons of other videos I haven't even put up yet, so don't think that you're not going to continue to see really neat and interesting videos. No, I've got tons of other videos. We've been to Dollywood, the Great Smoky Mountains. We went on ghost tours in Savannah. I'm just starting a series on Disney World, NASA Space Center. So I've got so many videos to put up while I'm going to be getting this treatment in Arizona. You guys, the followers of Blue Line RV Adventures, really shouldn't see a deviation. We're just kind of updating you what's going on here in real time in August of 2021, that I need to head back to Arizona, cancel this because of this pain issue I've got. And one of the things I wanted to do as far as Blue Line RV Adventures is I wanted to walk you through our life experiences, and this is definitely a life experience, obviously, that's going on for us. So that's going to kind of wrap it up here. We do have some other big changes coming for Blue Line RV Adventures. We're going to some pretty big changes. I don't want to sit there and spoil it, but hopefully you guys are going to like those changes. But we do have, but I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. But there's some pretty neat changes coming, hopefully, that you guys are hopefully going to like. But again, we'll talk about that later. But the first big change is we are canceling the rest of this season in 2021 because of this medical issue I got on my lower back, and we'll see where it goes. Anyways, so at Blue Line RV Adventures, we still have Year 6. We're still going to put a lot of videos up, and for those that may even have some back issues, maybe somebody out there who's watching this video has got spondylolisthesis, I'm going to kind of walk you through my treatment. All right, good night, everybody. I'm going to try to get some sleep now, so I'm getting some blood flowing to my leg. And see, when I first started this video, I was walking like a 90-year-old man. Now I'm only walking like a 60-year-old man, which is not my age, but I just need to walk a little bit more, get a little bit more blood flowing. All right, good night, everybody.